the 20 years would be an apt maximum for that.
Okay, you towards the beginning you talked a little bit about the Gospels, and you presented a few verses from the Gospels to support your argument. Well, it seems to me that there's quite a significant number of verses in the Gospels which contradict what you're saying, and I'm wondering if you have any kind of...
There are plenty that contradict what I'm saying. Well, the thing is, what I wanted to emphasise was that there are two, from my perspective, you can look at the Gospels in a particular way. There are two aspects of the Gospels. There are the events that are recorded in them, which seem to be very reliable, because it's very doubtful that anybody, and you know, the four writers of the Gospels, they clearly loved Jesus, they clearly were his followers, and so there would have never been any malicious intent to change events, right? So I believe that the events, and events are very difficult to change. You can't change the events of a story. It's because you alter the entire plot line, you have to change all the subsequent events effectively. But what you can do is you can provide your own interpretation to those events. And what I think is important to do is to separate what Jesus himself said and what people have said Jesus said. Because there are many places in the Bible where Jesus says, it says, I know in one place, I can't quite remember the reference, that it says, and then Jesus said that he would die, come back to life, stay in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights, and then come back to life. Now Jesus doesn't actually say that. It's said that he said that.
In fact, when you look at the actual quote, he quotes the miracle of Jonah. And in the Bible, the miracle of Jonah.
That's only one recording of it, though. It's he makes that prophecy 3 times in each Gospel. The prophecy about being arrested and crucified. Okay, I can't remember the wording for them at all, but I believe he does say that he would die as part of that prophecy. And then, after he's been resurrected, he refers back to that prophecy, reminds his followers, and says that he's now raised from the dead, and does describe it as a resurrection.
Well, the point you raise is very apt, and I was hoping, I thought about what if somebody does raise it. I think the answer is this, that when you read any kind of text where there are different interpretations, you have to seek an interpretation. You have to seek an interpretation that does not allow contradiction between different verses. And the prophecy of Jonah is one which would contradict directly with the idea of him dying.